All right, moving on to FeatureMania now. We've got Ziggler and Cam here to break down everything related to movies and television. So what up, Ziggler?
Hey, what's up? That Joker trailer was dope as fuck.
I know, right? Yeah, can we talk about that? And Cam, what up, man?
We're more
The
than just wrestling.
Yeah, for sure. And are those nuggets good, Cam?
Yes, those are good nuggets.
All right, sounds good. All right, so for the first topic for this part, let's talk about the MCU because even though Endgame and Spider-Man Far From Home have come and gone, MCU is still in the headlines as we all know Spider-Man deal with Sony fell through. And D23 happened, and it was kind of an awkward situation where Tom Holland was there promoting his movie with Pixar, and MCU cast were there too, promoting their new stuff, new stuff for Disney Plus, and it got me wondering where is MCU's future headed? Because it for a very long time it seemed like Spider-Man was the guy that was going to lead the MCU going forward for the next few phases, but this deal seems like it has made a dent into Disney's plan going forward for and Kevin Feige's plan going forward for the MCU. We did have the announcement that Black Panther 2 will be released on May 2nd, 2022, which is being rumored as the first movie in Phase 5, even though it's not completely confirmed, because supposedly Thor Love and Thunder is going to be the last movie of Phase 4. Now, I don't know how much that is confirmed, but that is the rumor right now. So this makes me think that Spider-Man was supposed to be a big part of Phase 5, and heck, maybe even get an get a next movie announcement as at D23, because he was on the poster, but after that Sony deal fell through, it just became kind of like an awkward situation. And it feels like Kevin Feige has been saying, because during the D23 he was talking about Spider-Man, and he was talking about how he just told the story with the character he wanted to. But in my opinion, it feels a lot more like this was definitely unplanned, and it's more like they're definitely trying to save face rather than this coming naturally. So no matter what Disney says, this split was definitely completely unplanned with Sony, and I feel like the MCU, well, they're not quite in trouble, but I feel like them not having Spider-Man in the universe is definitely gonna leave them in shambles. Like I think they're gonna have to pick up the pieces after the dust is settled on this deal. So, Ziggler, what are your thoughts on uh, the D23 announcement of Black Panther potentially kicking off Phase 5 and just, yeah, overall thoughts on MCU's future?
Yeah, well, the whole thing with Spider-Man again, like I saw like on a thing like where Kevin Feige was talking about it. He like said this wasn't supposed to last forever with Spider-Man. And yeah, like you said, he did tell the story he wanted to tell, and he's very happy about that. And yes, we only got Spider-Man for 5 years, and it was a good 5 years or 4 years. Well, 4 years, and it was a good 4 years. It was a great 4 years, and he will be dearly missed, of course, in the MCU because he was probably supposed to be the next captain, the next leader of the Avengers, which sucks. But now, who would lead the Avengers? I would see maybe T'Challa, Black Panther.
Doctor Strange.
Or yeah, Doctor Strange. Those are the two front runners who I think will lead the Avengers is Black Panther and Doctor Strange. And those are two great choices too, because they're two great characters who still have sequels coming in the next few years, which is good. So yeah, those two. Hell, we may not even need a leader. We can just like have like them just as like two front runners or just two front men of the Avengers. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I think even without Spider-Man in the MCU, I think Marvel's MCU future is good. I mean, it's very bright. They just acquired the X-Men and Fantastic Four. I mean, like, what the hell? And they have like a new Blade movie coming out in Phase 5. I mean, the future is so goddamn bright for the MCU. The Infinity Saga was just like a little taste of what we're about to get with all these awesome sequels with Doctor Strange and the multiverse and the Fantastic Four and the X-Men and all this shit with like the Eternals like in the galaxy. It's gonna be fucking epic, and I honestly can't wait for it. And honestly can't wait for the TV series too at Disney Plus. That Moon Knight TV series and the Hawkeye one will be fucking great. But also that Black Panther sequel will it kick off Phase 5? It's in 2022, I think.
Yeah, that's the rumor because they haven't announced any Avengers movies, and I feel like
Yeah.
with the Spider-Man deal and everything, it's like they don't know where to slot the next Avengers movie.
Yeah. I think they should save the next Avengers movie for Phase 5. I don't think an Avengers movie in Phase 4 would be a good idea because you just got done with two of the biggest movies of all time, and they were both Avengers movies. So I don't think it will be a good idea to have an Avengers movie in Phase 4. So do an Avengers movie like at the end of Phase 5. That
Yeah,
would be good.
yeah, and another thing is a piggybacking of after what you said. The fact that the Phase 4 is only like 2 years long is like, well, not even 2 years. It's like in 2020 it starts and 2021 supposedly it's gonna end. So it's like maybe they can make Phase 4 longer, but I guess they just want to move on
Yeah.
faster. And I guess Thor: Love and Thunder is supposed to be bigger than what we're expecting it to be.
I mean, it most likely is because it's the first MCU solo movie with its fourth installment. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a big movie. So, and Taika Waititi's returning. Thank God, nobody else can direct Thor other than him. Um, but yeah, but with that Black Panther, I'm excited for the Black Panther sequel. I'm hearing rumors, and I'm hoping that Namor is in it. You guys know who Namor is?
yeah,
He's kind of
he's
like Aquaman.
yeah he's
Aquaman's a rip off of him.
yeah he's like one of the first comic book characters.
Yeah,
His origins goes back to like
yeah,
1929.
yeah. It's crazy.
He's
And yeah, there's rumors that he will be in Black Panther 2, and I really hope he is. That'd be cool if he
yeah,
can be in that.
yeah,
And yeah, but they literally have like an endless list of characters I can put into these movies, so I don't think they're really worried about it, like about the characters. But Spider-Man was a big loss, and I believe sometime like in the near future, maybe like 2, 3, maybe even 5 or 6 years, Spider-Man will be back in the MCU. I believe that.
But yes, the Spider-Man deal falling through is a really big loss, and I do expect them to get it back, but I think I'm thinking for a minute. Like to think that they'll. I mean, it just came off of one of the biggest movies of all time, right? With Infinity War and Endgame, you don't need to do another Avengers movie. You could just put that on the back burner for a while. With the second Black Panther movie coming out, it's a good start. And then there's Love and Thunder. There's a second Captain Marvel movie. There's Doctor Strange. There's the Disney Plus shows. So yeah, their future is rather bright. This is just the one blemish that they have.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. And uh, I actually like the point you made, the fact that MCU can pump out so much content and nobody will get tired of them. But I don't know, it's one of those things where they haven't been exposed this much because with Disney Plus coming, there's going to be so many TV shows and so many movies coming out. It's like, you know, is is MCU fatigue going to happen? Like, are people going to get tired of it? I don't know, but it's I feel like it's a possibility. But Disney actually recently announced that the shows they will be releasing, like 6 to 10 episodes, they're gonna be releasing each episode weekly. So that makes me
Yeah,
think
and I'm happy
people,
for that.
yeah, that gives it like kind of like a weekly television show kind of feel. So people will keep talking about it longer because Netflix releases a season, people binge it, talk about it for like a day or two, and then it's forgotten about. So I think that's actually a pretty good decision. I think uh, business wise.
I don't think there will be like an MCU fatigue. I mean, unless they really like start like derailing, like their movies become like DCEU level. But yeah, but unless that happens, I don't see them losing their. I don't see them losing their fan base and and just us having MCU fatigue. So
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think they're definitely on a high with after having $3 billion hits and a movie that became the highest grossing movie of all time. So they are definitely looking to ride that momentum. And speaking of riding momentum, the Joker's final trailer came out and it set social media on fire. Everybody was talking about it. This movie truly looks like it can be a masterpiece. It, I mean, I know superhero movies sometimes, well, not anymore, but they used to get this bad rep for being kind of cartoony. But this Joker movie, if you showed this to somebody who isn't familiar with the comics, they'll be like, no way Joker is based off a comic book character. Uh, Joaquin Phoenix plays the character like a real person with emotions deep down. And I love the line from the trailer where he says, uh, all I have is negative thoughts. Like, it just goes into all this kind of like this mental disorder, uh, mental health kind of thing. And I really love it. And I feel like this movie is definitely going to be one of the best. And I'm so hyped to watch it. October really can't come here soon enough. Uh, but yeah, I hope you guys check out the trailer. There's a lot of tidbits in the trailer, and I liked how the trailer had, the movie so far has had a teaser trailer and a final trailer. So we still don't know much about the movie, and I like that intrigue. And it's being released in the perfect month, October. I feel like this movie can definitely perform like a Venom movie, and it's of course rated R. So I think that will also, instead of driving away audience, I think there's going to be a big support for this movie because I believe this is the first DC movie that's rated R after uh, after so many years. I can't remember the last DC movie that was rated R, but I guess it would be Watchmen, but that was 10 years ago. So yeah, definitely it's going to be, it looks like it's going to be a big W for DC as they look to get back on track. Cam, so what were your thoughts on the trailer and the Joker movie so far?
All I have are negative thoughts. No, I don't really have negative thoughts, but I love how they're going with the dark mental health feeling of the movie. It's like it's painfully relatable. It's like he's like the depression, the descent into madness, and how he just goes on this downward spiral to the point where he's actually psychotic and thinks everything is a facade and everything is happy. He's happy, but he's scaring people. It's like the dark side of comedy in a way, dark humor. Now they've only shown a couple teasers where they've only shown like scenes where you're building him up and the scenes where it's like, can you call me Joker and him performing? But that's all they've shown. They're not gonna go dark yet. They're just gonna wet the whistle, if you will. I do like the strategy of actually showing the key parts, but not the good parts, and the fact that it's released in October, so it could actually cater to not only comic fans, not only casual fans, but horror fans as well.
Yeah, definitely true. And I liked how somebody said, going back to your point about the mental disorder thing, somebody said like 1989 Joker was thrown into a chemical uh, compound and he became the Joker, but this Joker was thrown into society and ended up becoming the Joker. I think that's a very deep point, to be honest. That's crazy. And Ziggler, what are your thoughts on the trailer and your overall reaction to the movie so far?
Yeah, these past two Joker trailers, well, there's only been two, have been just so goddamn good. Just by the cinematography. The cinematography is so beautiful. It looks like it's supposed to be like a Martin Scorsese directed film, and I love that about it. Um, but yeah, I honestly can't wait for this movie. Joaquin Phoenix is gonna fucking kill it. I know it. I mean, he's destined to kill it. He's just one of the best actors of all time, I believe, and definitely the best, if one of the best, if not the best actor working today. He When he was announced as Joker, I was so like, holy fuck, that is almost like a perfect casting. Because he just gives all in his he gives it all in his roles, and if there's just a little taste of what we see in the trailers of his portrayal of the Joker, then we are gonna be fucking blown away in the movie. And I love this trailer so much too. It was so great. That Joker laugh, like when he's just like walking down the hallway, he just laughs, and then just like a sad, like straight like sad face, like with his head down, like at the end of it, like he didn't like really like laugh. He just like, it's like a forced laugh. Yeah, he forced himself to laugh, and I don't know. I just think it's just gonna be a great movie. It's gonna be awesome. And
You want a real smile? The smile that I've used to practice to pretend that I'm not a failure? You want a real
okay.
smile? I haven't smiled in years. Somebody will get that reference.
I mean, I do
Wait,
get
what's
that
that reference
reference.
from? Wait, what is it from?
Of all things, a Slipknot song, and a recent one too.
Oh, I thought that was a movie. I was like, damn, you remember that line very well.
But yeah, I believe this is gonna be one of the greatest comic book films of all time, because it doesn't even look like a comic book film. It just looks like it just looks like a great character study of a movie, you know? I mean, that we're just going inside the mind of this insane person inside the Joker. We've never really done that in a movie. We've never been inside the mind of the Joker. Not even in the Dark Knight movie, not even in the original Batman 1989 movie. No, we've never actually been inside the mind of the Joker, and here we are getting it. And by the trailers, if I look at the trailers, it looks fucking fantastic. I mean, it just looks great. And then like in the trailer, I loved it when he's laughing at Thomas Wayne's face, and then he just decks him. I can't wait for that scene for them, the Joker and Thomas Wayne to encounter. That's gonna be a great meeting. And yeah, I mean, I just can't say enough good things about these two trailers. I honestly can't wait. October can't come soon enough. That's going to be a crazy month in pro wrestling and in movies and TV shows. So yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a crazy fall. It's going to be a crazy end of the year, and I cannot wait for the Joker movie.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a crazy first week of October too, because we got AEW debut, Joker movie in the first week, and yeah, it's
Also,
and
how badass does he look in
when
this
is
Joker?
SmackDown on Fox again?
it's also on October 5th,
yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. How badass does he look with his Joker makeup? He's like smoking a cigarette. He looks so badass.
I know it looks like he was ripped from a drawing onto a silver screen. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like everything, I just love down to the suit, down to the makeup, down to the cigarette. Everything about this Joker is so goddamn perfect. I love it. I cannot wait to see his portrayal. I cannot wait to see this character study of this demonic psychopath. I just cannot wait.
True. Yeah, everybody's definitely hype, and I'm happy to see people finally be hyped for a DC movie. I definitely think it's gonna be fun.
I mean, I'm pretty
at the
sure
least.
people are hyped for like Shazam and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while because Shazam was back in April. And
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, DC only has released 2 movies this year, and they all. I feel like they'll only release 2 now because last year we only had Aquaman as the one DC movie. So I don't know. Hopefully they figure it out because they have a lot of stories to tell, like the Joker's movie. So hopefully we can get there.
Also, we're talking about a sequel too for Joker.
Yeah, maybe it could be spun off into the Batman movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's definitely some exciting stuff right there.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So with that, let's move on to our next topic. For this topic, I wanted to cover season 3 of Glow real quick. I've been watching this show since it came out. What was it, like 2017? I think that was the season 1, and I've enjoyed this show ever since season 1. It it definitely showcases upstart wrestling uh, uh, promotions in the 80s, as Glow obviously is the real life gorgeous ladies of wrestling, women's wrestling promotion that ran back in the 80s. So the show's kind of based off of that, but the show isn't actually based off of anything real. Like, it's not based off any story or anything. They just use that moniker and they have their own characters. And I feel like season 3 was really good showcase of the characters this year. Zoya was really fun this year. I think her character really got the shine she deserves, and I liked how she was conflicted between Mark Maron's character and her boyfriend Russell, and her trying to become an actor and finally refusing a producer role. That was some good stuff, and it kind of leaves it off with a cliffhanger ending for season 4, which should be fun too. And I feel like this shows something people like. If you're a wrestling fan, I think you will definitely appreciate this show. Uh, it really explores the characters beyond what they did in the 80s, which was kind of cheap, cringy wrestling with a lot of weird dialogues. And people ate it up, and it kind of showed the wear and tear of the business on these wrestlers. So I feel like if you're a wrestling fan, you would definitely enjoy the show. And also, if you're a fan of just good kind of team up, like, camaraderie movies, I think this is, or, camaraderie shows, this is a good show for that as well. But if I were to give a rating for this season of Glow, I would probably give it an 8.5 out of 10. I think it was just as great as last season, maybe even a little bit better. So I would go with an 8.5 out of 10. All right. So with that, we're gonna end this week's episode of W.M.S.T. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Cam, you got an outro?
Just play it.
Yeah, just play the music.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed that video and make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And click on the channel to check out some more awesome videos like our movie and wrestling debates and our interviews with people like the Wrestling Classic and Jordan Jomo from the IGWC. And we are definitely looking into delivering you all some more content in the near future, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And thank you for your support.